One and Only Family by Katherine Applegate. Questions. After several more pop drops, I beg for a reprieve. The twins and I settle on the ground, leaning against a tree trunk while we cuddle. Did you ever pop drop on your daddy? Tuma asks. I say, tapping my forehead. I don't think so. How come? Asked Raji. Well, he was very busy, I say. We were in the jungle, and he had to keep an eye on things to make sure our troop was safe. Tuma snuggles against my chest. 'Cause he was the silverback just like you're the silverback? Yep, I nod. Secretly, I'm thinking, we had rather different job descriptions, my father and I. But the twins don't need to know about that. Not yet. Maybe not ever. But did you play? Tuma asks. Did you play tag or hide and seek? Or bother father? Raji adds. Bother father is a game the twins invented. Basically, it involves perching on my shoulders and asking endless, annoying questions. Well, sure we played, I answer, though it's hard for me to remember much from those early days. My old friend Stella recalled every single moment of her life with perfect clarity. She often urged me to shed more light on my own hazy memories. I have always found that easier said than done. How about lazy legs? Tuma asks. Lazy legs is when the twins grab onto my lower legs while I walk upright. It's a remarkably inefficient way to get around. If you're me, that is. I squint at the sky as if my memories are lurking somewhere in the clouds. I think so. I hesitate. Yeah, I'm sure we must have played lazy legs. It's true, I tell myself. True enough. Rules. What was your daddy like, Daddy? Tuma asks. I hug the twins close and breathe deeply, the way I used to do when they were infants. They smell like grass and leaves and flowers. They smell like life. My father, your grandfather, was wise, I answer, and he was strong. He tried to follow the rules of being a silverback as best he could. Like what? Raji asks. Well, there are 2 rules, I say. I feel myself frown. 2? Maybe 3. I reach for a stick and make a little mark on a patch of dirt. The first job of a silverback is to lead. That means showing your troop how to behave. Like follow the leader, says Tuma. In a way, I say, always with the twins, it's about fun and games. How lovely is that? Why don't we grown-ups think that way? What's the next one, Daddy? Raji asks, playfully pulling on my left ear. I make another mark on the ground. A silverback protects, I continue. Tuma gets a complicated, worried look on his face. I know that look far too well. Protects from what? He asks softly. Uh-oh. From, I guess, lots of things, I say. What kinds of lots of things? Tuma asks, staring at me intently. That sweet, tender, trusting gaze. I will protect you from everything always, I want to say, but I don't say that. Instead, I ease the twins off my lap and make what I hope is a goofy face, complete with some over-the-top chest beating. Things, I exclaim, like wild daddies who want to play tag. I tap Tuma with a gentle hand. You're it, I say, and before anyone can ask any more questions, I am knuckle running as fast as I can. One more. There was another rule. I just can't recall it anymore. I'm sure my father must have told me. Lead, protect, and it doesn't matter. The rules are different now anyway. The parts to leave out. The other day, Kenyani told me we should be honest with the twins and they asked difficult questions. But it's my job to protect them from the world, I said. It's our job to prepare them for the world, Kenyani responded, arms crossed over her chest. I crossed my arms over my chest, too. Well, I said, at the end of the day, I'll decide what they can know and when. It's my duty as silverback. Kenyani just murmured. Is one of my least favorite replies. Second only to, whatever you say, Ivan. Maybe Kenyani is okay with sharing her past. But why should Tuma and Raji know about mine? About my family, killed by poachers? About how Tag and I were thrown into a crate and sent across the world? About how she died of pneumonia soon after we arrived at our destination? About my endless, humiliating years at the mall circus? How would knowing about those things possibly help the twins? Stories. I have my story. The twins will have theirs. Stories, it seems to me, are living things. Once you set them free, they're like offspring. They have destinies of their own. They're no longer your responsibility. They belong to the world. The vet. When the twins and I returned to the gorilla villa, TJ, one of the park vets, is examining Kenyani while Maya watches. TJ is listening to Kenyani's chest with an instrument we've all gotten used to seeing. A stethoscope, it's called, and as I rush over, I feel my own heart thumping in my throat. Hello there, Ivan, Maya calls in a cheery voice. I grunt to the twins and they sit obediently. They know to behave around Maya and the other keepers, mostly anyway. Are you all right? I yell to Kenyani. I'm fine, dear, she says. Nothing to fret about, just the sniffles. When the vet is finished with Kenyani, we each get a checkup too. Kenyani and I know the drill. Sit still by the wire door, let the vet do her job, get a sweet treat as a reward. It's harder with the twins. They're still learning. They squirm and twist and complain. When all is said and done, Maya announces that Kenyani and Tuma are going to stay in an isolation cage for a bit, in case they're contagious. But I feel fine, Daddy, Tuma cries. I'm not sniffly, see? He pokes his nose in my face to make his point. I want to go in the special cage, Raji screams. It's not fair if Tuma goes and I don't. For the next couple minutes, Maya and the vet are treated to an impressive, full-on, two-toddler tantrum. In sickness and in health. Eventually, the twins calm down when I use my I've had enough voice. Kenyani and Tuma settle in the same room where she gave birth. At least I can watch them. That's something, I tell myself. All day, the vet checks my family frequently. The other gorillas are being monitored too. Every human who ventures close to us wears a mask and gloves. They seem to think that gorillas and humans can share the same sicknesses, and perhaps they're right. Kenyani looks tired. Tuma looks bored. Every now and then, Raji tries to get her brother to laugh by making silly faces or climbing all over me. I make a night nest by the window so that Raji and I can be close to Kenyani and Tuma, but sleep doesn't come easily. It seems Raji and Tuma have discovered the fun of shadow play. With enough effort, it's amazing what you can create with hands, moonlight, and a blank wall. I lie here watching, filled with worry. Will Kenyani be all right? Will Tuma get sicker? What about Raji? What about my troop? But even as the anxious feelings course through me, I can't help smiling. Tuma has made a sort of shadow dog on the wall across from us with the aid of his fingers, the moon, and a healthy dose of imagination. Look, Daddy, Raji exclaims, jumping up. It's Uncle Bob. Tuma made Uncle Bob. Sure enough, if I squint hard enough, there he is, dear Bob, floppy tail and all. I laugh until my eyes well with tears. Once again, I'm reminded that it's possible to be happy and sad, worried and hopeful, confused and certain, all at the same time, especially when you love someone dearly. Goodbye.